Welcome to the Education People vlog on the 3 I's. I'm Felicity Smith, one of the childminding advisors in Kent. So many of you will have heard of the term the 3 I's, intent, implementation and impact in the context of Ofsted inspections, and maybe wondering what the term means in practice for you as a childminder. So the Ofsted handbook states that when assessing the quality of education in a setting, the inspector should consider if the curriculum intent and implementation are embedded securely and consistently across the provision. And the inspector must also consider what the impact of the curriculum for the setting has on the development of the children who attend. So to help unpick what this looks like in your setting, it's helpful to think about the other vocabulary used within the EYFS 2021 and the inspection handbook. So the term curriculum is used to describe the big picture, your plan for what you want the children to learn while they are with you in your setting. Your curriculum is unique to your setting, taking into consideration the individual needs of the children in your care and the pedagogical approaches and theoretic perspectives that influence your work. For example, if you have children in your care that need to develop their physical skills and you're influenced by the forest school approach, your curriculum will reflect this and you will provide forest school activities that promote physical development. So your curriculum intent is simply what you want children to learn and develop. Your curriculum thinking and high-level planning, what you intend for the children to gain from engaging with your curriculum. Your plan should be ambitious and support children to build on what they know and follow their interests while challenging them to develop creativity and imagination while encouraging deeper learning and understanding. And your curriculum should be planned with the children in mind and to be relevant and meaningful for all children who attend. So all childminding settings are different. Some have separate playrooms, garden rooms, or converted garages, and in others, the childminding takes place in the heart of the family home. Some settings spend much of the day out of the setting in the garden or local outdoor spaces and at local toddler groups or music and dance sessions. The key thing to remember is that the environment, activities and resources you offer to the children are the pedagogy, the how you provide the curriculum for the children. This is the implementation of your curriculum for your setting. We know that play is essential for young children and it allows them to be creative, develop their vocabulary, practice fine and gross motor skills, build emotional resilience, and practice problem-solving skills. The environment that you provide should offer the children quality play resources and activities that support their development in the 7 areas of learning. And you should provide easily accessible, open-ended resources that offer the children the opportunity to challenge themselves and make their own play using their imaginations. The environment and resources you provide should support children to work together in cooperative play to help them solve problems and develop self-regulation. And your environment should also allow children to take appropriate risks to support them to develop resilience. You are the most valuable resource in your setting, and it's important to get to know the children well from the initial starting points and regular assessments so that you recognise how best to interact with the child to support their learning. The revised development matters recognises that children do not develop in linear ways and that they often plateau in one area while they accelerate their development in other skills in another area. And it's important to ensure the balance of your interactions with children between adult-led or initiated play and child-led play. You need to understand when you should model play ideas and when to stand back and observe the children while they find out for themselves. You should always have high expectations of the children and guide them with carefully chosen interactions, comments, and suggestions. So if a child is struggling with a resource or activity, then an adult who knows the child well can scaffold children's learning by providing just enough help for the child to be able to achieve their goal independently. When reflecting on the play that is happening in the setting, The adult may find a way to extend play and learning by introducing new vocabulary or adding appropriate resources to the environment. And this can help challenge children to deepen their understanding, learning, and sense of achievement. And it's important to consider the relationships between the children and adults in the setting. The term sustained shared thinking describes the way people, children, and/or adults work together to solve a problem. The key is that both are contributing to the thought process, working together to provide new learning opportunities for both individuals. And finally, impact is the way your curriculum intent and implementation impacts on children's learning and development. The impact of your intent and the implementation in your setting will be demonstrated in several ways. So Ofsted report on the way the children are engaged and challenged by the activities they play with, the way the adults interact with the children to support the development of resilience and self-esteem. They consider the way routines support children's self-care, and by having a carefully planned intent relevant to the children who are currently attending, that it is reflected in an environment that fully supports the children's learning. A setting will meet the needs of all children and be able to demonstrate a positive impact on the children's development and learning. So in summary, the 3 I's are the what, how, and why of your curriculum. They reflect your ability to explain and show why you do what you do in your setting. Further training on inspiring environments for childminders is available to book through CPD Online. And you can also access support and guidance from your childminding advisor. And you will also be contacted by your advisor between inspections to visit your setting and support you to reflect on your curriculum and readiness for your next inspection. This presentation or any portion thereof may not be reproduced or used in any manner whatsoever without the express written permission of the education people, except for the use of sharing with the delegates governing body to feedback on effectiveness of training sessions. So thank you for taking the time to have a better understanding of the 3 I's.